after we get those hanging mics.
Oh, the hanging mics are coming.
Yeah. Did you hit record?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, okay, good.
We're recording on both ends.
Okay, everything's recording.
This is so weird. This is our first video podcast also. So we're doing the audio regular format, and then we're doing the video format. So, hey everybody. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but welcome to our first...
You may see this.
Yeah, you might see this or not. And if you're listening to it, it's probably pretty weird. So
you don't care at all.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
I missed you.
I know.
Holy shit.
And I yelled at you earlier like you had been out of town, and you're like, no, I was gone 4 days.
Yeah, I was gone 4 days.
So stop being an asshole.
I was on an airplane, so I got here a lot sooner than you got here.
And you went through Chicago or into Chicago?
Yeah, I stopped in Chicago at 10 a.m. and the first thing I did was get a giant deep dish pizza in the airport.
Right.
Because that's what you do when you're Chicago.
But you know that same day I took a train from Chicago headed home.
Right.
And so you got there, you did some shows, and then you came home, and
Right.
I was still on the train.
Yeah, you're still chilling. Yeah.
Still on the train.
Yeah, I flew to Erie, Pennsylvania and back, and you, which was great, by the way. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Erie, Pennsylvania is amazing.
Yeah.
I couldn't even, when I got booked for it, I was like, Erie, Pennsylvania? Okay, I'll go. And then it ended up being like one of the best weeks of comedy I've had in so long. It was phenomenal.
Yep.
So, yeah, shout out to Erie. I'll tell you a little bit about that, how I managed to call the only black woman in Erie, Pennsylvania, Ebony, by accident, in front of 300 plus people.
How do you accidentally do that?
We'll get to that in a second. I want to hear about your trip. I literally, so last week we had the Duchess Riot gals sit in.
Great episode.
Yeah, thank you. They
Ladies.
were replacement hosts, and so I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks.
Yes.
And you're back now. Tell me about your trip.
So, of course, I took a train.
Mm-hmm.
From LA to Chicago, and then a little commuter 1 hour train from Chicago to Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Sure.
Shout out to Kenosha.
Yeah. I don't know why I just got Canadian there. I'm really bad at accents.
So that was fine. I think it's pretty close.
Yeah.
So I went and I did that, and I was going to see my very best friend. She just had a son, her first child.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's the most adorable baby. And I got to go hang out there and chill. But because I'm a psychopath, I took a train both ways.
Right, because you hate flying.
Because I hate flying.
As the listeners know. How long was from LA to Chicago?
43 hours.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
To me, that doesn't sound that long.
That's a long time.
Okay.
I sat on a plane for 3 hours from LA to Chicago, and that was a little too much
But
for
that's
me.
on a plane where you have to be in your seats.
That's true,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're kind of confined and structured in.
Yeah.
And I get on the train, it leaves at 6 p.m. So you get on, you settle into your room, you go and have your dinner, right?
Your room?
You settle into your room,
Okay.
you go and have your dinner, and then you go to sleep. So then for the next 8-9 hours, you're knocked out, right?
Okay.
You're asleep.
Right.
So then
then you have 30 more when you wake up.
And then that second day, though, that's the one that gets you.
Yeah.
That is really, really serious business. You are just on that freaking train all day. But you stop for about 2 hours in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Well, thank God. At least you get to look at pretty stuff.
Right. So you hop off at Albuquerque, you go, you have your lunch or whatever, you walk around to the shops. I went and saw some beautiful turquoise jewelry.
Yeah.
And then got back on the train. But it's really cool, and my favorite part, I think why I love it so much is, first of all, you look out of the window and you see like 1,000 different ways to live in this country, like just
Right. Yeah.
quite varying, you know? And also you get to, for all of your meals, you sit and it's family style. So if I'm riding, I went one way with my mom and came back alone, but there's tables of 4. So if there's 2 of you, they sit 2 strangers with you. If you're on your own, you sit with 3 strangers. And I just got to hear the coolest, like this time in particular, I heard some of the coolest life stories.
Oh, from the strangers that you met on the train? Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's really, really neat.
Who were you paired with?
The first day that we were there, me and my mom sat with a couple, and the woman was like really catering to her husband, who didn't seem like he was maybe in his 50s, and I'm like, why is this chick like, you know, catering him to him so much? And then she starts to tell the story of why they're traveling and why they took off time, why they're on the train. And he had gone into a coma and died.
Okay.
And was resuscitated.
Oh, wow.
And it is therefore no longer working. And so now they are traveling, seeing family.
Because he saw that life was precious and not meant to be working all the time. So it was just like, screw it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
He got... Oh my goodness, now I can't remember exactly what his diagnosis was. It was something within his stomach. I forget if it was stomach cancer or what it was.
Okay.
But he was diagnosed, and especially after he was resuscitated, they're like, you probably have a couple more months. He stopped drinking soda and now is completely fine.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Now is as healthy as could possibly be. All of his levels of whatever it was went completely down, and all he did was stop drinking soda. But he said that he was drinking like 2 liters a day.
Oh,
like
okay.
He was putting soda down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she told the story from her end and was talking about what it was like and when they went into the hospital, and she said that everybody in the hospital was like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but you know, I don't want to crush your hope, but he's not gonna make it.
So
his
he was like,
are super
done.
Boom.
Okay.
Done. And she said, she's like, this is my husband. He's my soulmate. If he was about to die, I would know it. She's like, I would feel it if he was about to die, and he is not. He's not about to die. I know that he isn't. So she sat there, and you know, even while he was out, her and the family, they were telling jokes, and like they would have to come and tell them to be quiet because they were like laughing and having a good time and telling stories, you know, to him and things like that. And she's like, she's like, throughout the whole thing, I just knew it wasn't his time. Like when you're connected to someone like that, you know if they're about to leave you or not. He wasn't about to leave me.
So I was like, man, I'm serious. His blood is 60% Mountain Dew. He's dying.
Right. He's gone. He's going. It's done time. And so he flatlined. He was out for I think a little under 3 minutes, and then came back, and all of that happened. It was time leading up to their anniversary, and she's like, I knew he was going to come back on my anniversary. And lo and behold, at 12:06, he flatlined for 3 minutes, was resuscitated, opened up his eyes, and came back through on his.
Oh my God, dude! Yeah. I have chills right now.
Yeah.
That's insane.
The most ridiculous story in the world. It was so beautiful.
And so he was like, you know what? Life's too precious. I'm not working anymore.
Right. But his side of the story, he's like, I remember dying.
Right.
And I was like, holy crap. Tell me all about that. What is that like? He's the second person I've met that's died and come back.
Really?
And they both told almost identical stories of what it felt like. He said all of a sudden, he's like, everything went white. He's like, it wasn't so much a white light, but everything went white. And I got this sensation like I was just floating. There was nothing. There was no, up, down, in, out. I was just floating. And he's like, and the sensation was so warm and comforting and peaceful that I didn't want to come back. And he said the only reason he said he floated in and out for a while, and it felt sort of like a dream state. He was having some memories of his past and just kind of floating. The only reason that he came back was because he could feel his wife and daughter looking for him, and he knew he had to make it back to tell them that he was okay.
Oh my God.
And so that's why he came back.
Holy shit.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's sitting next to you on a train.
He's just sitting there.
Just chilling.
Just ordering his steak. You know what I'm saying? Like, just hanging out. No soda. Stuck to water. Oh my
wow.
goodness. Yeah.
And he was a cool dude?
It's super cool couple. So since then, obviously he's gotten disability, and they had the retirement all set up and things like that. And now they're just, traveling by train. They had been a bunch of places. They've gone, rode donkeys down the Grand Canyon, and they're just enjoying the rest of life.
Just living life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
yeah.
That's so awesome.
It was pretty ridiculous. I absolutely loved it.
Man.
Yeah.
Where'd they live?
They lived, I don't remember, somewhere around Barstow-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should have gotten their information. I would love to have him on the show.
I know.
That would have been so cool.
I know.
Oh well, next time.
I know.
Next time, I'm sure you'll.
I did exchange information with the Amish couple that I sat with.
Oh.
On the way home.
Okay. All right.
We had about an hour-long conversation about I told them that I do counseling and coaching, and they were asking about why they feel, why it seems like so many more people need counseling and coaching these days than they did before. And we talked about spirituality, and like they were just the most open-minded, kind people. I walk in with my blue hair in my all black and sit down with like, you know, an Amish couple fully done up, and it was amazing how much we had in common and how much we had to talk about. It was really cool, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
And where are they from?
They were from, I don't remember what the town was, but they were from Utah.
Oh, okay.
And they were actually heading to Vegas because apparently the conference for the Amish community is held in Vegas every year.
What?
I was like, I do not understand.
No, I don't think that's how that works.
Behind. She's like, I think it's going to be very different. Yeah, girl.
Have you been to Vegas before?
Really different. I once saw a guy pick up a bottle with his asshole, so I'm pretty sure that you're in for a shock. You know what I mean?
Well, hopefully they're not kicking it there. Hopefully they're not going to the same place as we went.
I gave them the information for Act 1, and I told them to make their way over there. I thought they'd really enjoy it.
Look for the guy doing cocaine with a shovel.
Right. That's where you want to go.
Oh my gosh. Well, shout out to them, but they won't hear it because they can't have podcasts.
Correct.
So, but awesome.
Right.
So you guys talked about spirituality and stuff, and that's really cool.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I've studied enough religions at this point that I see so much of the overlap as opposed to the differences.
Sure,
so it was like really interesting to see where there was overlap. There were certainly things that were outside of my realm, but there was so much overlap. It was incredible.
God, I gotta start taking trains, man.
Get on the train, folks.
I sat next to a lady who was eating a burrito that rolled her eyes at me when I wanted to get up to go pee. I'm like, you're stinging up the entire airplane.
Right.
Don't roll your eyes. I'm not the asshole here.
Right.
She pulls this thing out of her purse, and it's got like onions in it and garlic and the whole. I'm just like, you're a savage.
For real.
God damn it.
Why in the whole universe?
God, get this bitch some Diet Coke so she'll die. You know what I mean? It's getting on my nerves.
This episode is brought to you by Diet Coke.
By soda. Well, my mom had a lot of health problems. My mom was like, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. They thought it was this, they thought it was that, and muscles this and muscles that, and she was in constant pain all the time, and she quit drinking Diet Coke, and within a couple of weeks she was 90% better.
Yeah, I had a friend who had like bowled over and pain stomach issues. She stopped drinking Diet Coke and hasn't had them since.
Yeah, I guess there's something in that you could be allergic to, or that can cause because I have friends that Diet Coke's not a death sentence by any means.
Right, that's not across.
Just say no, folks.
Put it down.
But
public service announcement.
Yeah, I guess there's some things in it that can cause some health. I don't drink sodas anymore.
No,
it's weird. I haven't drink sodas in a really long time.
Yeah, that was never my deal. I was a caffeine girl.
Caffeine and booze.
Caffeine and booze.
Yeah, much better for you.
I don't drink soda. Can I have another 14 tequila shots, please? Thank you very, very much.
Vodka Red Bull, please. That'd be really nice.
Vodka Red Bull.
That's so funny too. My friends now that I don't drink anymore, they always want to do like fake shots. Right, so they'll do shots and then they'll buy me like a Red Bull shot.
Right.
I'm like, this is probably worse than the booze that you guys are putting, like health-wise.
Right. Because I'll instantly have a heart attack now.
Yeah. You guys are getting drunk.
Slowly dying of liver failure.
Yeah, you guys are getting drunk. I'm getting like diabetes or something. Oh man. Well, I'm glad that you're back. I missed you.
Thank you.
I missed you so much.
Thank you.
It was. I went to Erie, Pennsylvania.
You were timid when you first landed.
It was a little underwhelming, the town.
Yeah.
There was a lot of kind of like warehouses, and there was a Wendy's, and that was pretty much it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this is going to be kind of just an uneventful week.
Yep.
And it turned out to be amazing.
That's great.
All the shows were sold out. The club treated us so well, and
that's nice.
It was beautiful. It was just a beautiful week of comedy. But one of the shows.
What was the name of the club?
It was Junior's Last Laugh Comedy Club.
Junior's Last Laugh Comedy
and
Club.
I highly recommend it. It's one of the I was just treated just amazing. So much respect, and this just respected the comedians and the comedy and the craft and everything. And like we didn't need anything. Like there was a lady there. She was like. She wasn't even a manager. She just kind of like worked there, and she like do you guys need, like, she makes sure, like, we ordered food. She knows that I like the naked juices. You know, and so she stocked the refrigerator full of those.
That's sweet.
It was like, she drove us around. She would call me in the middle of the afternoon, ask me if I needed anything, if she needed to bring me anything, if I needed fresh towels.
How nice is that?
Dude, it was so rad. It was so awesome.
How nice is that?
One of the shows that
okay.
I got on stage.
Yes, please.
So
explain the shit out of yourself right now.
So the owner, which is awesome, Junior himself hosts the shows.
Yes.
But it's not like an owner who wants to do comedy. He doesn't do any material.
Okay.
Just thanks everybody for coming out.
Great.
Silence your cell phones. We had a great show.
Oh, that's sweet. Like you've come to their house for dinner or something like that. Like, welcome to our home.
They had waiters walking around with hors d'oeuvres for people before the show even started. I mean, everything was done right.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Cute. Yeah. Right. I like these people. I'm on board.
Yeah. And so, hey, thanks guys for coming out. We, Justin Foster, this guy's great. He's opening this week, but we're going to have him come back to headline. You guys are going to love him. Justin Foster brings me on stage. But before he does that, he's like, hey, we have a few birthdays here. He gives shouts out. It's Steven's birthday over there. It's Emily's birthday over here. It's Rebecca's birthday over here. Whatever. I get on stage. What's up, you guys? Say happy birthday, Rebecca, Steven, and I look to the table you point out, and there's a white lady, and there's a very cool black woman with sunglasses on, with braids in her hair, and I was like, happy birthday, Ebony.
What was her real name?
It was the white chick, because it's my birthday, my name's Emily. I go, well, I fucked that up, didn't I?
Racist asshole.
I called the only black person in Erie, Pennsylvania, Ebony.
Right, and no one was named Ebony. It's not like you got the wrong person. You made up a name and the person.
Yep.
Okay.
So her little white girl goes, it's my birthday and my name's Emily.
Oh.
So the whole set, I kept saying, I would call me, I would point to her, like, isn't that right, Ebony? Oh my god, I was like, because that could have gone really, obviously she was laughing in the crowd, and I was like, no, that could have gone really bad.
Right, but that could have been a big oopsie.
Oh my god.
At least you didn't do it in Detroit.
Oh my god. The internet's crazy though, man. There's this new thing that they're doing, I don't know if out there on that screen right there. Cover your eyes, hashtag after sex selfies are now a thing.
Oh.
Wow. Yep. Basically, an article was posted on yourtango.com.
Are you fucking serious?
Youngins, the young kids these days are having sex. If you'll scroll down,
I seriously hate it.
You'll see.
I seriously hate it.
Young kids having sex and then taking selfies immediately afterwards and posting it to Instagram.
Don't say young kids.
I mean, of age. Right. I mean, they look adults. Young, but young adults. Yeah, this is not like 8-year-olds.
Right, let's.
So, millennials, I think we would call them. Millennials are, they're banging, they roll over, and I love how this dude's sound asleep.
Right.
He has no idea. And they're hashtagging after sex selfies.
Which means either she's insane for taking an after sex selfie of someone who's sleeping, or he's an asshole because she's like, pretend to be asleep.
Oh,
and then that's what they did with that picture.
He's a dude, he's probably sound asleep.
Yeah. Either way, I cannot stand it.
Yep, hashtag after sex is a tag trending on Instagram right now that millennials are doing. What's the point of it? To show that you're getting laid?
Is the reason.
If you'll scroll down, there's more, that dude, I guess that guy got laid with himself.
He took a picture laying on his bed, like from face down to the back of his feet with just his butt cheeks up in the air.
There's no other person in the room there.
And making duck face.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, so is this like a post-masturbation one?
It's gotta be, right? What does it say? The problem with the after sex selfie is that unlike the sex selfie that may be less likely to infiltrate your social media feed or fear of being banned or whatever social media one chooses for such exposure, the after sex selfie isn't as likely to be kept to the confines of one's phone. Oh, so you take a selfie having sex with someone.
Right.
You're not going to post it. This you do post on social media, which could really come back to bite you.
And about 13 seconds later, it's just going to lead, why are there so many of them?
Look at that
What is the fucking point of this?
Dude, whenever I get laid, the last thing on my mind is like, I should Instagram this.
What level, seriously, like
I'm listening.
Social media causes such mental illness, and what level of mental illness do you need to reach that your instantaneous thought after having sex is like, I should share this with strangers?
Right, that's never even occurred to me.
Like, just be happy with your significant other. Just enjoy the fact that you had an orgasm.
Yeah, and then you're like looking for like cool hashtag. Like, what should we hashtag? After sex, after a case of the Mondays, hashtag blessed, hashtag.
I don't.
And then do you tag them in it? What was your Instagram? But that's a good way to find out if you have a one night stand.
Hey, tag you in this picture of us.
Yeah.
Post sex, like why in the whole wide world?
I couldn't even imagine. That's the furthest thing from my mind after sex is wanting other people to know about it. But I guess maybe you're bragging. Yeah, hey, look, I'm getting laid. Here's evidence of it.
Who cares? Why do you think other people give a shit if you're getting laid or not?
I don't know. I do not know.
Is this like a post-breakup thing? Like you want because they look like couples.
They do look like couples. Oh, you're saying, oh my God. Could you imagine?
A week out of a bad breakup and you're taking pictures in bed with other people post.
Kristie, oh my God.
Sex pictures.
Hashtag after sex.
I know. That's how people get killed and
yes,
seriously.
For real.
Seriously, something's gonna go down.
Remember back in the day, remember when I was growing up, you break up with somebody, you take them out of your top 5 on MySpace. And that's it. Now you gotta see pictures of them? That's too much. That's
Who cares?
too much.
Why do you think anyone cares? Folks, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Let me be the one to tell you that no one except for the other person who is in that bed with you cares that you just had sex. So you might as well just, discuss it with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Do you put a filter on it? Do you is it like
what's the best post boner?
X Pro 3 for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely X Pro
3. Wonderful.
Well, that goes a good question though. What do you feel about like all these people who are like constantly like Snapchatting their entire lives and constantly you and I both like social media. We use it, I think, in a moderate, normal amount.
Yep.
Have you ever been with someone who like has to Snapchat and has to Instagram and has to post every single moment of their entire life?
Yeah, I don't know.
And now it's just going into sex. It's just I don't know.
I don't know. And some people it's become a job now, right? Social media people actually make money off of it, make really good money off of it. So it has become a job. And there are people who are famous because of their YouTube or because of their Snapchat, and so now that's their living. So they have to document those things. It's become a necessity, particularly millennials and people there's friends of my sisters that's what they do, and that's how they have made a name for themselves. But that is, for me personally, that is not my particular cup of tea. I don't know, because there's such a fine line, right? There's people who make funny content or, whatever it is, and then there's just, there is an egomania that comes into it where it's like, here's all of this stuff that...
Here's my life.
Right.
There's no privacy. Here's who I'm banging. Here's what I'm eating. Here's what I'm drinking. Everything is just documented 24/7. I think, and I think this. I honestly, and I hate to be the old guy, I think this is too much.
It's much too much.
I think it's too much.
Have a personal life. You know what I mean? Like, just have a personal life.
Because then you break up. Do you take the picture down? Do you? Oh, that's another thing too. Do you? So you document everything on social media. You're dating somebody. You're not. It's not your husband or your wife.
See ya.
Do you delete all the pictures?
Yep.
Do you just ghost it? Okay.
See ya.
Yeah.
Like it never happened.
Right.
Put that right in the
and also
recycle bin.
Because we do a lot of dating stuff here on the show, and we like to help people out. Here's another thing that's come up a lot. If you are a single woman and you are trying to find a boyfriend, or you are trying to get laid, on your social media, do not, I repeat, do not have your profile picture of you and your gay best friends. Do not have it of you and your brother. Okay? Because I couldn't tell you how many times I've been with my buddies, like, this chick friend requested me, she keeps saying it, but all her pictures are her and this dude, and so it's like, it's super confusing.
Right.
And it's like, do I even get involved? Now I gotta ask who this dude in your picture is?
Right, before we've even gone on a date?
Before we've even gone on a date. Yeah. And I'm not just pulling, that's actually come up a lot. Yeah. With people and friends of mine, and it's like, who's the guy in the picture?
Right.
Oh, that's my gay bestie. Well, okay, but I don't know that, and I don't want to be the psycho who's asking you who that is.
Right.
So that's just a little tidbit for the ladies out there.
Well, that's very nice.
You know what I mean?
That's very nice. And vice versa.
Okay. All right, hold on. So I'm a guy.
Uh-huh.
My profile picture is me and...
Your super hot sister.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, then you just look like a scumbag.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
Because I also don't know that that's your sister any more than you know that that's my brother.
Right, yeah. I think brothers and sisters, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. You're right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes you can tell, but sometimes you can't. Especially if the sister is, like, super hot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, like, I don't care if your best friend is a female, like, that shouldn't be your opening
profile picture, yeah.
picture. I don't know who this chick is either.
If you're trying to date.
If you're trying to date.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll give you that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good advice.
Yeah.
So don't post after sex selfies.
Please don't do that.
If you're trying
Please
to date.
don't do that.
It's so weird. Look at that one.
I hate it so. I honestly hate it so much that I can't deal with it.
The guy who posts the after sex selfie of him jerking off is hilarious to me.
He's now by himself. Like, I had sex a second ago and the other person's already gone. And why is he in such a small?
Think about that next time you see somebody pull out their phone.
And this chick of the sleeping boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Look, she's got that, like, look what I just did.
So just get it together. Everyone, let's just get it together.
Mm-hmm. What's that second article right up there? Click that tab at the top.
This one here?
Yeah. What is that one? Click, oh, this is a great over here. Yeah. 3 things that ruin great sex for men in their own words. We'll do that and then we'll get out of here. You have time?
Yeah.
All right, I like this article too. 3 things that ruin sex for men in their own words. I'm not going to read all that.
Okay. The survey was conducted for over 3,000 men, and these were the topics that came up over and over again. So these are the most repeated topics of over 3,000 men of what ruins sex for them.
Okay, so without further ado, here are the 3 biggest things that bother men in bed. Number 1 is always having to be the one who initiates sex.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Hundreds of men talked about how they wish their partner initiated sex at least occasionally.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think so too.
We don't want to be the scumbag. It's always like,
chasing around.
Yeah.
Sex, please.
Yeah.
Keeper of the sex, may I please have some?
I've been a good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not cute.
No, it's not cute.
That's not cute.
We don't want to beg for it. We don't want to ask for it all the time.
What about a woman who is constantly the one who initiates it?
I'm fine.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Every single time.
Well, I mean...
You don't start to feel a little...
Used?
I don't know.
Who cares? I'd rather be used than not used.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't. That's never happened. I'm a pretty sexual guy, so I initiate a lot, and so I've never been with anybody who they've always just been initiating.
Overly.
No, but I could see how that could maybe wear you out a little bit. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if you're like
surprise out of it.
If you're like a 45-year-old dude like trying to like bang 20-year-olds and they're like wanting to have sex like 4 times a day, I can see how it can like run you down a little bit.
Yeah.
But even the 45-year-old dude's like, yeah, but that's a quality problem. I'll get over it.
First class problem for sure.
I'll sleep when I'm dead. Number 2 things that ruin sex for guys is number 2, worrying about lasting long enough, being long enough, satisfying their partner deeply enough.
Interesting.
So a lot of guys are worried about how long they last in bed, and I guess being long enough, I guess, is a size thing.
Right. Penis size.
Penis size.
Here's how I feel about last long enough.
Sure. Please, I would love to hear this.
How long do you think women want sex to last?
How long do I
think?
Like
post foreplay actual
penetration?
Intercourse. So
once it goes in, until it completes.
Yeah, how long do you think women want it to last?
Honestly?
Yeah.
15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. then you've hit it right on the head.
Really?
Yes. Because anything above and beyond that is just
right.
there's friction going on. It's like
You have an orgasm, you get sore and you get sensitive, and then the guy's still plugging away.
Exactly. Hit the initial orgasm, and then it's time to tap out.
Right.
Finish your side of things and move along.
That's the shitty thing about sex, because you just said it right there. Finish your side of things, right? It's like I've gotten mine. Now you wrap it up, okay? You finish, because that's what it feels like a lot of times. Like, we make sure that you guys have your orgasm and you guys are comfortable with it. It's like, okay, and I'm done. Now you can hop away until you're finished.
What I mean by that is that I think a lot of guys try to go for like are really set on like the multiple and start doing tricks and getting fancy and shit.
Just doing card tricks.
You know what I mean?
No.
But like are trying to keep it going as on a based on timing as opposed to based what the partner wants or is satisfied by, and I think that's where you really run into trouble is trying to make it more of a production than it needs to be. Be present with the person, see what they want, spend time in foreplay. You know what I mean? I don't think you can spend enough time in foreplay.
Right.
And then when it comes to the end, don't feel like you have to turn it into a marathon. That's what I mean. Not like all right, I went, now hurry up and get done. I'm just saying.
Right. No, yeah, that makes sense.
You know?
Did I satisfy her enough? What about the guy who's always asking, was that good? Did you come?
That is super not cute.
Right?
That is super duper not cute. And again, just listen to the person.
Right.
The person will make sounds, their body will move in a way that lets you know that they are either enjoying what you're doing or that it's time to switch to something else.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to overly verbalizing it.
And then the am I long enough, we've talked about this. We've talked about size on this show enough. It's work with what you have.
Yeah. There's always a way to work with what you've got.
If it's too big, you gotta be more careful and not be super rough. If it's too small, you gotta be better at foreplay. Do some tricks.
Do some tricks.
And number 3.
Wrong way.
Number 3. Is having a partner who doesn't think that they themselves are sexy. God damn right. That is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true. This one surprised me the most out of the 3. This is what the writer said, and I wasn't really surprised by the fact that it was a painful point for men as much as I was surprised by their sheer passion that men spoke about it with. I tell my wife I think she's the prettiest human being on the planet, and she doesn't believe me. We've been married for over 20 years. I don't have a high sex drive anymore, but every time I see her, I get an erection, and I wish there was a way I could convince her or to make her feel attractive. I wish she knew how sexy I found her still after all these years. That's really important. There's nothing like, God, you look so beautiful. No, I don't. Oh, you're so sexy. No, I'm not.
And all of it. Women will ruin their own sex life by, guys don't care if you didn't brush your teeth yet.
Yet. All week.
Right, you know what I mean? Or self-conscious about guys going down on them.
Don't give a fuck.
Or wanting to stay covered up because you don't feel good about your body.
Right.
All of those things are going to ruin the passion in your sex life, and they're all in your own head. These are judgments that you've placed on yourself. The person across from you, all they want to do is see you naked and have sex with you.
And put it in.
That's what
literally
they want.
it. That's the end.
They think you're sexy, so how about you not worry about it?
Right.
110%.
Yeah, it's even morning sex. The girl's like, oh, my breath. Like, I don't give a shit if you were out there eating dog shit. You know what I mean? If it's too bad, I will just stop kissing you.
Right.
We don't care.
Right.
I'll go down on you if you've been camping, fucking clubbing for 3 months. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it. If I don't like it, then I won't do it.
Right.
You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Exactly.
So, ladies, don't be stop being so insecure. No, and I do understand the lights are super bright, and can we dim the lights?
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Hey, there's your roommates, my neighbor. I understand those considerate insecurities.
Right.
But this one is talking about just the fact that when a guy tells you he thinks that you're sexy, he likes your body, he likes you, believe him.
Yeah.
Believe him.
Yep.
So I thought that was super interesting. I like those 3.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good place to wrap it up for today.
Nice.
So what did we learn? We learned 3 things that turn guys off in bed.
Yep.
We learned that after sex selfies is extremely inappropriate and unnecessary.
It's interesting because all 3 really comes down to everyone just needs to be more confident in themselves.
More confident and communicate a little bit more.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really all it is.
Yep.
After sex selfies is a nightmare.
Yep.
Maybe dial back on the sodas.
Dial back on the sodas, but ride more Amtrak.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing. All right, well, we're gonna throw this video up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/fosterthepodcast. I'll also throw it up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/thejustinfoster. We'll put it up on the Justin Foster. There is a Justin comic or a Justin Foster, but I forgot the password. I'm like locked out of it, so I just created a new one. So the Justin Foster is where you can find it. And for our show, visit us everywhere online, fosterthepodcast.com. We'll throw some of these pictures up on there. We'll do some links on there. Also, subscribe to us on iTunes. Foster the Podcast on there. Add us on Facebook. Add us on Twitter. We're going to start an Instagram page.
Yeah.
So Instagram, we're Foster the Podcast on Instagram. We're everywhere. We'll be posting after sex selfies on Instagram.
No.
It's just me by myself crying. So that's it. We'll see you guys next week here on Foster the Podcast.